Hello everybody, in this video I have another collaboration with Grabie and their scrapbook box club. This is the September 2023 box and I am going to open it and share it with you and then do some journaling with all the lovely things in here. Now I have already opened and gone through this box for a TikTok video, so the packaging is not quite as nice as it was when I first opened it. So that might be why it looks like just a little bit scruffy looking. It comes beautifully presented when you first open it. So the first thing I grabbed was that little box that had just a zillion stickers and little pattern papers and vellums in. Love those. I didn't count, but there's got to be 100 plus in that box. Those really pretty butterfly stickers and that really cute little ruler. Now I will admit, sometimes in like subscription boxes, I'm not always a fan of more, what's the word, like permanent items, if you get what I mean. Sometimes like I might already have that thing, I don't need another one, but I have to say that ruler was so cute, so I don't really mind that. And then the other thing that's like that is this cutting mat, which you'll see in a minute. It's an A5 cutting mat, which is really handy for me because my smallest one I have right now is A3, I think, so it can get a bit cumbersome when I want to do something small. And it's also, look, it's in one of my favourite colours, so as I said, I don't always appreciate those things in boxes, but I did appreciate these ones. You just saw there as well that lovely 6x6 paper pad. The box has this sort of floral vintage lace theme going on, which I absolutely love. There was those lovely little bookmark things, which I use sort of just like ephemera or with journaling cards. And then so many little packets of stickers as well. There was those stamp ones, and then these sort of mix of those words and florals and these sort of door wardrobe-y things that are lovely. And just a little shout out as well to the packaging on some of these, like that previous pack there called Garden Door has a little door that opens in the packaging, so that's going to be used. I don't use it in this video, but I guarantee I will use it in a journal page at some point because, oh, pretty. These are super cute little tags and labels, and as I was going through them I thought these feel like paper, like they shouldn't be in the sticker section, but then I check them out and they're actually semi-transparent stickers, and yum, love semi-transparent stickers. Really pretty florals on these. At first I thought there's a little bit of foiling on them, you might struggle to see the foiling, sorry, but it's not quite silver, it's more like slightly iridescent as well. These little wax seal style stickers, semi-transparent 3D, so pretty. Now I don't tend to put things this 3D in my journal because of the added bulk, but they would look so cute on like a journal cover, or you could put them on mail to friends. That would be so sweet. There was that pack of rub-on or transfer stickers. Many of you know I'm obsessed with these kind of things. I do actually already have that set, but I have no problem with having an extra one because I am obsessed. And then did you see the size of those floral stickers? They're huge, love them. Oh, and then in the paper section of things, there's this big glassine bag full of all sorts of different die cuts, and the paper they're cut on is just, it's gorgeous, sort of craft, natural, really textured, just lovely to touch. And that sounds a bit wrong, but you know what I mean. It's just like a lovely texture, and I don't know how many pieces are in there. I'm too lazy to count that much, but as you can see, there is a lot of things in that pack. And then just this cute little card in a vellum envelope that obviously you've got like some little sticker seals on there just to send to somebody if you like. I'll probably use it in a journal. This I love so much, these sort of layered papers with hydrangeas. Now hydrangeas are my favourite flower, but those papers, the way they're cut along the edge, and you could layer them up and like make layered pockets and stuff, gorgeous. Next there is this pack of really intricate die cuts. They are so delicate and so beautiful, and I know sometimes people look at these and get a bit intimidated about like how to stick them down and things, scared they're going to rip them. It's not as bad as you think. They're fairly easy to glue down. Then this little pack of frames as well. I love my frames, as some of you will know, and they're slightly textured as well. And then I think this is the last thing, is this pack of A6 papers, a mix of like those textured ones and then ones with that sort of florally pattern, and they were in that lovely little die cut folder as well. I have a thing for really nice packaging, because that means like as well as using all the beautiful products, there's extra products to use in that packaging as well. So anyway, there is the box, and now I'm going to work in my journals. Now my junk journal, I'm making a new one currently and it wasn't ready in time for this, so I'm going to work in my onion skin journal and then in the traveler's notebook I use for more scrapbooky journaling. The onion skin journal, if you are not familiar, is made of the onion skin paper, which is a sort of semi-translucent, really crinkly paper. For those of us who love textury things, it's lovely. I really love working in it. But anyway, started off, I knew I had to get one of those enormous flower stickers down on a page. I'm a simple girl, give me an enormous flower sticker and I am happy. I knew it would take up the whole page and not really leave any room for journaling, but it's fine. I'll do a double page spread and add the journaling on the other side. And then going through all the bits, basically whatever was in reach, and playing around with what to put down. Took one of those bookmarky things and distressed the edges with a distress tool. You can see I used that sort of that little lace style packaging to use on there as well, just because I think they're really pretty. A few ripped up bits of some of that floral paper, and I think that's pretty much it for this page. Oh, I'm going to add a few of these rub-ons or transfer stickers because, as I've told you a million times, I love them so much. They're one of my favourite things to use. I think it's because they don't add as much bulk into your journal, but I think I like the texture of them as well. They look so nice on all sorts of like different surfaces, especially fabric, which I am going to do later in this video. But anyways, yes, I've put a few of those down. I will go back to this page a couple of times when I'm working on the other side, but as I said, it's just a really simple collage page centering around that big enormous flower sticker. On the opposite page where I'm going to add my journaling, you can see I'm doing more collage with all the stickers and little bits and pieces, making sure, as I said, to leave some room for journaling. I also brought in some of these, those little die cut pieces, which I'm going to sort of add to make my own. I thought about doing something to sort of merge the pages together, and I thought, like, if I cut around this sticker to just have the window or the open window, maybe I could put that in the middle somehow, but it ended up not working. But I do like the idea of it, so I will try and use it somewhere else. But just a reminder as well, you can cut up your stickers. Like if you're not, if you want to use them in a different way, sometimes a sticker has got maybe like a person and a flower on and you only want the flower, you can cut them up. It's allowed, and I do it all the time. I realise to most of you that's going to seem really, really obvious, but sometimes these things just don't occur to people that you can do that. It certainly didn't occur to me when I first started out. And also I used to be like so precious about some of my scrapbooking and craft and journal supplies that I would never think to cut a sticker in half or something. But yeah, just make your products work for you and how you want to use them. I added that red paper there behind the other paper that I had torn up just to kind of make the page work with the opposite page, because obviously you've got the red of that flower and it just made them blend in together a bit more, made it obvious that it's supposed to be a whole double page sort of thing. Obviously it's a slightly different shade of red, but I'm not that fussy when it comes to these things. And as I said, when I bring in those little die cut pieces, I am going to add to them just to make them a little bit more my own. As I said, I'm going to take a Stabilo all pencil in brown, which I use all the freaking time, and sort of just doodle around them and in them to make them, give them slight butterfly patterns and stuff, and I'll do it on the leaf as well. Just makes them a little bit more interesting. Adding a few final touches to this page, adding a few more of these little ephemera pieces because, I don't know, I wanted some more on their little flowers and a leaf that, again, I did some doodling on to make them look more like flowers and leaves, I suppose. And then off camera, when I've done filming this video, I added my journaling in that blank space I've left, and I will use a fountain pen to do that because fountain pens and onion skin paper are very, very good friends. Then the last thing I will do to this page or these pages is to add the date using my Dymo label maker, and then that's it for those pages. And then I'm going to move on to my traveler's notebook, where I've said before I tend to do more scrapbooky style journaling in that one. As usual with me, I had absolutely no plan whatsoever going in on what I was going to do on these pages. One thing that I wanted to do was to include those little sort of die cut hydrangea papers because, as I said before, I love them. Hydrangea's favourite flower. But I actually don't end up using them. It's funny sometimes, like you have a favourite item and then you don't end up using it because it doesn't work with whatever you're doing. So that's why I'm matching it to a paper there. But as I said, ends up not getting used. So obviously none of the papers that I had were big enough to cover the height of this journal, so I'm going to layer them as I'm doing there and then come back later to just sort of cover up that line where they've been stuck together, because it doesn't look very attractive at the moment, but it looks fine when you cover it up, you can't tell. And I will do the same on the other side with one of those A6 textured papers as well. I also knew that on this page I wanted to add the other side of that little lace cover, use it as a pocket or something, so I was just burnishing the fold there and just keeping it within eyesight so I would remember to use it. And then I was looking at the background and finding things very white, I suppose. I think because I haven't worked in this journal for a long time, I'm used to working in my junk journal or something where, you know, there's always something going on already on the paper. But it was just, as I said, looking very stark white to me. So I had to do something about that. And I thought I would add these flower stickers all over the white area as if it were a patterned paper. So kind of making my own patterned paper with the stickers. And then I also, with just the stickers, I was like, yeah, it's pretty, but it's not as much as I want, you know, I want something more going on here. So here I've grabbed a Stabilo Woody pencil. It's in a sort of blush pink colour. I can't give you a colour name because they do not come with colour names. But I've drawn little dots and then I'm taking a water brush to activate the pencil, and it has made these sort of really nice blush pink, very faint polka dots around. Not technically polka dots, I suppose, but you know what I mean, a dotty pattern. And after I'd done that, I kind of fell in love with this colour, so I end up using this pencil quite a lot on these pages. For the little pocket thing I was going to make, I thought a ripped edge would look better, and I'm going to go around it with that woody pencil as well, and then activate some of it with the water brush. I didn't really want to do that as much on the die cut piece because I thought maybe it's too delicate, but you know, I did it a little bit. Then I thought it needed to be slightly narrower than it was, so I'm just trimming it off there. I think I was going to have it on one side and then realised the pocket wouldn't work for having something tucked into the side. It had to be like a vertical pocket. So deciding where that was going to go, I still had time to use a little pin to peel up one of those flower stickers and put it elsewhere so it didn't get covered up. I don't usually care if things are going to get covered up, but I had the opportunity there to use it somewhere else, so I thought I would take it. Including one of those lovely intricate die cut pieces as well. And then I saw those bookmarks in the corner of my eye and thought those would make great little journaling cards. It was just one of those pages that came together with the things that were around me on my desk. I went, oh, that will work. Oh, that will work. And then by that time, I thought, this page is starting to give me wedding-y vibes. So my sister, one of my sisters, got married very, very recently, and I thought, perfect. So I printed off a photo from her wedding on my HP Sprocket, and I'm going to make that the centerpiece of these pages. Where I'm going to back that photo onto some of the textured paper, I made a bit of a mistake and I didn't cut the backing very, very straight. It was, you know, it was narrow and wonky on one side. My little rescue for that is to use a distress tool, and if you haven't got a distress tool, use the edge of your scissors just to, as I said, distress up the edges, and then you can totally get away with cutting things wonky. I probably do this more often than I actually do have straight edges, let's be honest. And to stick down that really intricate die cut, all I'm going to do is take some liquid glue. It's tacky glue. I have it to hand. Hang on. Oh! So mine is the tonic tacky glue, but any will do really. I just think tacky glue is better because if it's a little bit more runny, it's going to be harder to get on those like little intricate little die cut pieces. And you don't have to put glue all over it, just little areas, just so enough of it sticks down. Again, I know a bunch of you are going, yes, we know, but there are some people out there who might be intimidated by these really delicate things and not know how to glue them down. And on the previous page in the onion skin journal, you may have noticed I actually used a glue dot runner to stick that down, but that's because it wasn't quite as delicate with that one. I don't think you could get away with using a glue runner on one that is that delicate. Here I'm going to prep the little journaling spots I'm going to create out of those little bookmark or ephemera pieces, whatever you want to call them. I'm using, as you saw, I used that woody pencil again to colour in some hole reinforcers to stick those on. And then this ribbon and then also some twine I'm going to use were both packaging from the box itself. So I am using all of the things from the box. I thought that looked very cute. Here I am again with that blush pink pencil going around the edges, and then I will just add my journaling straight onto the back of those. Oh, and add some more pink, of course. I think I became obsessed with it. And also, when you're adding colour to the edges of things, if you do it on one or two things, like, it's fine leaving it as that, but once you start doing it on everything, you really need to keep doing it on everything. Otherwise, it's very noticeable when you haven't used it on a piece, if that makes any sense. I was about to add some of those transfer stickers, and in the packet you get these two really nice pieces of fabric. So I thought I would include those. Just tore up some strips. I'm sticking them down with glossy accents. I know you can see now sort of the wet patches where the glue is, but you will not be able to see those once it is dry. A little bit of leftover scrap paper I thought I would add too, and then adding the transfer stickers on top of the fabric. As I said before, transfer stickers on top of fabric it's just such a beautiful, lovely effect. I love it so much. I presume that's why they include the fabric in the packaging. I don't know, but it's there. I'm going to use it. So I will use those little areas I've created with the fabric and paper to just add some little tiny word stickers from Tim Holtz. And I'm not going to use the pink pencil on these. I'm going to use a brown one instead to make them stick out just a little bit more from everything else that's got the pink out it on, or added there on it. Yeah, adding the brown made them, as I said, stick out even more. I will add a few faux stitched borders just using a brown pencil around some of the edges to give them a little bit more definition. Add my journaling to the cards, pop them in, and then that will be my pages done. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Grabie again for sending me this box to try out. I really loved this one. Very much my style. I have a discount code you can use. It's paperlover15. All the links and everything will be in the description box if you are interested. And yeah, I think that's going to be it from me. Again, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and chat to me down in the comments. As I always say, I love talking to everybody. So yes, that is going to be it. I really am going now. Thank you again. Bye bye.